or some would be alumni as well. We've received quite a number of people who have registered for the session.
Yeah.
But we're not sure whether all of them will be joining our Zoom session or not. As I mentioned, because it's also available on YouTube, and so we'll see. So you're based in Bangkok?
Yes, the AUN Secretariat Office is based in Bangkok at Chulalongkorn University.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, I would love to be there from another time. So for the past few years, actually, I've been before the pandemic, I had been going back and forth between Bandung and Bangkok as well, because of some business trips or some work related activities with the university, with ITB, so with ITB.
Yeah, that's good. Maybe hopefully by next year.
Yes.
We can like have welcome our friends from ITB to visit our office as well as the Chulalongkorn University. Yeah,
that would be wonderful.
right, because
yes.
Currently the office open for the staff to work on site, but we limited the number just to 50%.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, we have to take turns to work both at home and at the office. Yeah,
I see. So we what about the case in Thailand in general? The COVID case, yeah. Is it decreasing?
Not really. It decreased. The number is decreasing, but not in the satisfactory rate, because we have got new cases daily, about 5,000 plus. The death toll, it's decreasing, but we expect to see more kind of relative number of the like lower of the new cases daily, maybe less than 3,000 in a few months.
Yeah, we're just all hoping that things get better. Yeah, it's
right.
Because
we just
please.
We just detect the new case, the Omicron.
Yes.
From the business people that traveled from the Western country just yesterday, that we detected the Omicron. So the Ministry of Health kind of concerned for the border opens for kind of business people or for the tourism industry to
yes. Because this is number one, right? Tourism industry is
right.
In the especially Bangkok is the number one city where international travelers visit, if I'm mistaken.
Among the field in the south, in Phuket and Chiang Mai in the north. Yeah. How about in Bandung?
In Bandung, we have been relaxing certain protocols, but we're still encouraging people to wear masks, for example. And but in the office, for example, us, we can hold a meeting now on site or on campus, and so it's not as restrictive as a couple of weeks ago. So, but with the protocols in place as well. So yes, so I think that we can probably start, Snaparat.
Yes.
And I will introduce you a little bit, and perhaps you can also introduce yourself as well. And so I would like to welcome Ms. Naparat. I'm sorry if I mispronounce your last name. Ms. Naparat
Pirawattanakul. Yes,
Pirawattanakul.
Correct.
And Sawadee Krap. Is it correct?
Yes, you're so correct.
And
you're correctly pronounced my family name.
Okay.
It's a bit long. It's a bit long. Yes.
Thank you very much for being here with us. And it's our pleasure to have you, especially for our students, to get to know more about the scholarship opportunity to the AUN in particular. And we have a couple of students here. We have Miss Nia Fatatus Sania Nur, our head of subdivision for global mobility and education. We have also Miss Ciptani here, Ciptani Sita Permana. She's also helping out in the whole mobility type of arrangement for both outbound and inbound as well. And we have a couple of students with us, and this session is live also on YouTube. And so again, thank you very much, Ms. Taparat, and the stage or the screen is yours now. You may proceed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Santika, for inviting the AUN Secretariat to provide information on the scholarship with China. Actually, under AUN, we have cooperation with the Chinese government to offer the scholarship program to graduate students to pursue the master and PhD degree in China under two scholarships. One is the China AUN Scholarship Program, which just had launched last week. With the application deadline is on 31st January. So students have like 2 months to prepare their documents and to apply on the China Scholarship Council website. Yes, but as I have been tasked to present on another scholarship, not this one. So I believe that the ITB has like received the announcement on the China AUN Scholarship program, and would be great if you could like distribute information to the undergrad student to pursue their master, or for the master degree program to pursue their PhD in China. But the scholarship that I would like to present today is another scholarship. Yes, this one. It's the ASEAN-China Young Leaders Scholarship, or in short, ACYLS. Yeah. For the briefing of the scholarship, the ASEAN-China Young Leaders Scholarship is an initiation by the Chinese Premier Li Keqiang at the 21st ASEAN-China Summit in Singapore back in 2018, and has received a very good responses from the ASEAN leaders. Then in 2019, that was the first time that the Chinese government, through the China-ASEAN committee based in Jakarta, collaborate with the focal persons identified by the Senior Official Meeting on Education in 10 ASEAN member states, implemented the ACYLS for the first batch in 2019. And the program have granted over 20 scholarships to ASEAN nationals to pursue their master and PhD degree in China, as well as about 70 scholarships for the scholars or for the faculty staff to pursue their research and training course in China as well in 2019. And a year later in 2020, the China mission to ASEAN, or the China embassy in Jakarta, also extended the scholarship opportunity through the AUN Secretariat to the AUN member universities and the associate member universities. So the audience may wonder what are the difference of the AUN members and associate member universities. So here, the AUN, we can like divide the membership into two types. One is the ASEAN core members, which consists of the 30 member universities from 10 ASEAN member states. And we also have associate members, mostly the ASEAN quality assurance associate members. And currently we have 117 plus universities as the associate members. So we distribute the scholarship to both the AUN core members as well as the associate members of the AUN QA for application. Firstly, in first distribution in 2020. And the objectives of this scholarship are to increase people-to-people exchanges, strengthen educational cooperation, promote academic exchanges and linkages between ASEAN member states and the People's Republics of China, as well as to foster sociocultural and people-to-people exchanges between two sides towards the building a closer community of shared future. This is also one of the strategy under the ASEAN-China strategic work plan. What is the distinction or uniqueness of this scholarship that is different from other China scholarships? This ASEAN-China Young Leader Scholarship focused on the professional with working experience in ASEAN member states, which means the applicants are required to have professional working experience to apply for this scholarship, while the other scholarship administered by AUN is the China AUN scholarship. That scholarship has no requirement for the working experience. So the freshly graduate, bachelor degree graduate students can apply. But for this one, the ACYLS is different. The newly graduates will not be considered by the Chinese government. They require the students or professional staff or faculty member who have professional working experience at least 1 year to apply for the scholarship. And for the category, there are 3 types of scholarship provided. One is the master degree, PhD degree, and the last one is the short-term research for scholars. And the length of the scholarship for the master students, the length of schooling is for 2 to 3 academic years. For doctoral students, 3 to 4 academic years. And for the research scholars, this is the kind of a short-term scholar program. So it contains just only less than 6 months, up to 4 to 5 months. And the length of scholarship, the Chinese government cover all the expenses throughout the duration of the schooling, which means if you study a master degree for 3 academic years, the scholarship will cover the full length of 3 academic years. Yes. But if the students are unable to graduate on time and need to extend the schooling for another year, they have to bear the expenses, the extra course during the extra terms. However, for some students, they also kind of seek cooperation from the China Scholarship Council and the host university in China to cover extra like expenses for them for the duration of the extra semester. We will consider that by case, and as the scholarship coordinator, we can raise this issue to discuss with the host university as well as the China Scholarship Council if they will consider as exempting the tuition fee for the students, but they may provide a partial support but not fully support. And for the coverage of the scholarship, this scholarship is much more privileged than the China Aun Scholarship because they provide higher amount of stipend to the students, while the China Aun Scholarship provide about 3,000 yuan, or in Chinese currency, renminbi, to student per month. This scholarship, ASEAN-China Young Leaders, provide 4,000 for master students, 5,000 for the doctoral students, as well as the research scholar per month. And they also give one-time settlement fee, 3,000 renminbi per person, upon arrival of the students in China. They also support the international round trip airfare for the first visit to China and returning home after graduation for 3,000 per person, and home visit for each academic year. In total, in lump sum, 6,000 renminbi, and one-time international round trip airfare for scholars for 6,000 as well. But for the regulations, students have to advance for the ticket purchase and get the reimbursement from the host university. The host university, the China Scholarship Council will also pay the tuition fee directly to the host university, so the students have a worry-free on the tuition waived by the university. Actually, it's not waived; they have to pay, but the cost will be fully paid by the Chinese government directly to the host universities. The university will also provide one single room in the university dormitory for each awardee, so they do not have to share room with others. They have very privacy room in their single room. Yeah, very privileged. And as well as the medical insurance that comprehends the amount of the insurance can refer to in the comprehensive insurance and protection scheme for foreigners staying in China. This document also provides in the scholarship guideline. Let's go to the eligibility. If any of the graduate students or faculty members and staff at ITB or other universities would like to apply, what are the eligibilities? They have to be the citizens of the ASEAN member states, 10 countries, have a good physical and mental health. They have to need to have the proficiency in English, which means they have to submit the English proficiency test, either IELTS or TOEFL. IELTS must be the minimum of IELTS score is a 6, and the minimum of TOEFL score is 80. For the any person who would like to pursue their master's degree, they have to hold an undergraduate degree and under the age of 45 when applying for a master's degree program, and have to graduate the master's degree and under the age of 45 when applying for the PhD degree. Next, would be the holder of at least an undergraduate degree if applying for the short-term research program, and having at least 1 year work experience. It means the work experience need to be the professional experience. It's not, we do not count internship as an professional work experience. So for the previous year's program, we have received some applications that define that they have like 2 or 3 years working experience while studying the undergraduate program, because they sell some online products. So this one is not considered by the Scholarship Council. So it means the e-commerce, online selling products, or the academic internship will not be counted as the professional work experience. And they have a kind of advantage for the application from the government agencies, public or private institutions, universities, think tanks, or similar social agencies, NGOs, and other. The applicant must not be a concurrent awardee of a Chinese government scholarship. So if they're studying in China, holding or with the grant of other scholarship, they will not be eligible to apply. And lastly, they have to meet other admission requirements of the Chinese universities to which the applicant has applied. Because some universities may have additional requirements for the applicants for some particular majors or some particular department. According to the application procedures, there are 4 main steps that the applicants have to follow. The step 1, the applicants have to complete the online application at World Wide Web campuschina.org. But as for the website in China may have a different system than the ASEAN countries. So if you access this website through Google Chrome, sometimes you may have a difficulty in accessing the website through Chrome. So you are recommended to access the campuschina.org using the Firefox or Microsoft Edge or Internet Explorer, which is more efficient. Step 2, you have to make sure that you have a complete set of required documents, and then you can upload all the documents into the online application system of the China's Scholarship Council to the above website. For step 3, the applicants who apply through the AUN or either through the focal points of the ministry responsible for higher education in individual ASEAN member states have to print out all the documents and submit the hard copies of the application form and accompanying documents to the ASEAN Secretariat or to the national focal points in respective countries. So in the scholarship guideline, you will see the list of the focal points of the ASEAN member states. Mostly are the Ministry of Education or Ministry of Higher Education in ASEAN member states. And step 4, the Chinese Scholarship Council or CSC will process the applications recommended by the Joint Committee, which means the ASEAN Secretariat or the national focal points in ASEAN member states have to submit a shortlisted applicants to the China Mission to ASEAN in Jakarta, and the China Mission in Jakarta will submit the shortlisted applications to the joint ASEAN-China Joint Committee for further consideration and selection. Regarding the placement, the applicant can choose up to 3 universities of their preferences. But it just depends. It's not mandatory for them to choose up to 3 universities. If they would like to go for only 1 university, for example, they choose to go to Tsinghua University, which is like kind of the top, one of the best university in China, they can choose just only Tsinghua University and no need to choose the other 2 universities. But they can choose just only 1 major. 3 choices of universities, but only 1 major. And the CSC will place each applicant in 1 university based on their choices and universities requirements, which mean they may choose like 3, they may rank like 3 names of universities, but it doesn't mean that they will get the first university they choose. For example, if they choose to go to Tsinghua at the first place, to Peking University for the second, and to maybe Tianjin University for the third, the CSC will consider all the submitted documents and may place them in Tianjin at the third place. According to the eligibility of the applicants, as well as the availability of the major and the host university in China. It also happens sometimes as well when the students choose the list of 3 universities, but the CSC choose for them the new university that they did not like applied for, maybe the 4th one. So it depends on the students that they will accept the scholarship or not. But it's very rare case. So normally the CSC will select one among 3 selected universities for the student. For the timeline, currently we haven't yet received the announcement for the 2022 ACYLS from the China mission to ASEAN, but we expect to receive the announcement by January or the latest by February 2022. And so from January to April, the applicants have to apply to ACYLS National Focal Points or the AUN Secretariat and complete the online application. So they have to submit only one source of the authority organization, either through AUN or through the national focal points in their respective countries. For example, if the faculty members or the graduate students from ITB would like to apply for this scholarship, they have to choose to apply it through AUN Secretariat or through the Ministry of Education in Indonesia. They have to choose just only one channel. They cannot process the application through the 2 channels, or else they will be disqualified or not eligible for the scholarship. In April to May, the submission of recommendation list of AUN or the National Focal Point will submit the recommendation list of applications to China Mission to ASEAN in Jakarta, and the Joint Committee will review the list and submit the nominations to China Scholarship Council. And during June to July, the China Scholarship Council will engage with the designated universities for placement. By end of July, the CSC will notify the scholarship recipients of the final results upon the confirmation by the Joint Committee. And the host university will send a hard copy of the admission document to the respective recipients. But through this process, the AUN will not engage in kind of sending the admission documents, but this process will be taken care of directly by the host university, between the host universities and the recipients. But we will notify the recipients that they are the successful awardees of this program. In August, the ASEAN, the ACYLS recipients will receive the admission documents and go through the necessary procedures to go to China. This procedures is based on the normal practice for the kind of offline studies in China in case the border open for the international travel. And in September, the students have to register with the host universities for the enrollment for the first semester to start for the next semester will be in September 2022, that they have to enroll and complete of the registration and ready for either the online or offline studies at the host university in China. And for the participating universities, the Chinese government have selected 22 universities from 6 provinces in China to participate in this program. They are from Beijing, from Shanghai, from Wuhan, Xiamen, Tianjin, and Hangzhou. So students will, when they go to the online application portal, they will choose the list of the participating universities that they can apply. So it will like kind of pop up this list of 22 universities that are participating in the ASEAN-China Young Leaders Scholarship. This university is like carefully selected by the Chinese government. It's unlike the China Asean Scholarship. In the China Asean Scholarship, there are like plenty of the number of the universities that students can choose from. In that scholarship, there are more than 200 universities that the students can choose to study. But for the ASEAN-China Young Leaders, the scholarship will be offered by only 22 universities up to date. So if you are interested to apply to the scholarship, you may need to know what kind of documents you have to prepare. There are kind of 10 checklists for you to prepare in advance, and it takes time. Approximately, we will give about like 2 months for students to prepare for the documents, and sometimes the students have concern that they have kind of quite a limited time to prepare for some kind of documents. For example, the English proficiency test, IELTS or TOEFL, or the non-criminal record document that may be required more than 1 month to get those documents. So the first that they have to prepare is the application form. They cannot print the application form. They have to only fill in the application form online on the CSC website. The second one is a copy of valid ordinary passport homepage. The third one is the notarized highest diploma. If the diploma is issued in English or in Chinese languages, there's no need to notarize. But if the diploma is provided in local language, students have to process the notarized of their highest diploma attached with the local language one, as well as the fourth document, which is the academic transcripts. If the transcripts was issued in Chinese or in English languages, it should be fine. No need to translate or notarize whatever. But if the transcript issued in local languages, they have to notarize same as the highest diploma. The fifth one is a study plan or research proposal with a maximum of 500 words. For the master students, they are required to provide a study plan, but for the PhD students, they are recommended to provide a more comprehensive research proposal. And for the all type of applications, either master or PhD, they are required to provide 2 recommendation letters. One is from the candidate's current employer, and the other is from the university professor. Next, applicants has to submit certificates of English language proficiency or other international accepted certificates in the equivalent level, which means the CSC recommended the applicants to submit the IELTS with the minimum score of 6.0 or the TOEFL with a minimum of 80 score. But for some students who use the English as a medium of instruction, they may choose to submit the certificate that certifying that they use the English as a medium of instruction in replacement of the English proficiency test. But for some students, that happened like in the previous program, that they submit other certificates, like for example, the National English Proficiency Test, or for the students from Indonesia, they also submit, they capture the screenshots of the Duolingo proficiency test, which I cannot say that is a proficiency enough for the university to consider that Duolingo or National English Proficiency Test. So the ASEAN Secretariat will put in the remark that the students choose to submit the Duolingo or the other national English test in replacement of the IELTS and TOEFL, because they are unable to get the result of the IELTS and TOEFL results on time of the application date. That is the reason that we will provide explain when we submit the application to the CSC for further consideration. The eighth one is a foreign physical examination form. Students do not need to download separately from the website, because we will provide in the package, in the application package, so they can print out from the package and download and also submit it online. They are also required to submit a CV, including the educational background and working experience. The last one is it's the new requirement from requested by the China mission to requested by the China Scholarship Council, which is a non-criminal record to verify that they don't have any involvement with criminal record in their home countries. I think that's all for the general procedures for the application for the ASEAN-China mission of ASEAN-China Young Leaders Scholarship Program. So maybe I will let you open for Q&A if the applicants have any questions or require further information for application.
Thank you very much, Ms. Naparat, for the presentation. I think it's very detailed and very insightful, and we have some students here and perhaps some are alumni. I'm not really sure, but feel free to ask questions. Anyone would like to ask any question to Ms. Naparat from the ASEAN University Network Secretariat?
Yes, for the students, the questions can involve the ASEAN-China Young Leaders Scholarship, as well as the China Aun Scholarship, which we open to newly graduate students as well. Yes. Because
so
yep.
Oh, no, please go ahead.
Yeah, because like from the data, from the collected data for the China AUN Scholarship, we have received more than half of applications come from Indonesia.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
So perhaps, Ms. Naparat, can I ask about the background of the student? Of course, because we are at ITB, so is it necessary for the applicants to be coming from one of the member universities of AUN in this case, or it can be anybody?
If you refer to the ASEAN-China Young Leaders Scholarship, the applicants must be the AUN member universities or associate member. I mean, the AUN-QA associate member or alumni. But as I mentioned in the presentation, that they can choose to apply either through AUN or through the national focal points of the Ministry of Education in Indonesia. But they just choose one channel, either through AUN or through the ministry. But the two different channels have different procedures and different timeline. Yes.
Thank you for that. And about if I may, Ms. Naparat, on the China AUN Scholarship, do you have any link that you could share about that? Maybe later, it doesn't have to be now, And yes, anyone? Anyone would like to ask any question to Ms. Napara? Otherwise, I also have other questions as well.
Yes,
and so perhaps okay. So we have one question from I believe that one of our students here. Please. So this is yeah.
Yes. Hello, Ms. Naparat. I am foreign. I am an undergraduate student in SBM-ITB, majoring in management. If I'm not mistaken, you spoke about the embassy channel for this scholarship. Is it the same with the CGS scholarship in Type A scholarship?
Yes, under the Chinese government scholarship, there are 3 types of scholarship: Type A, Type B, and Type C. For Type A, it's a scholarship that provided through the embassy. So the China ASEAN Scholarship and the ASEAN-China Young Leader Scholarship also consider as the category of scholarship Type A, which is the embassy or the authority organization that through the AUN Secretariat is also considered as a Type A scholarship. For the Type B, it's a scholarship that provided through universities. And for Type C, for other sources, in addition to the embassy, to the international organization and universities, maybe with industry or with other source of stakeholders. So yeah, to answer to your question, this scholarship is under Type A, the same as the embassy.
Oh, okay, it's clear for me. Thank you, Miss.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for the question. Anyone else would like to ask any question? Okay.
Yeah, I would like to add on a bit for the Type A scholarship, which currently administered by AUN are the China AUN Scholarship and ASEAN-China Young Leaders Scholarship. So some students asked, is it possible for them to apply for 2 scholarships at the same time? Okay. So it is possible if they would like to apply the 2 scholarships at the same time, but the CSC will consider if they are eligible to either one of the scholarship. The CSC will choose to grant just only one scholarship, either the China AUN or the ACYLS, and it depends on the recipient that they will accept the scholarship that be granted by the CSC or not. But they will be granted just only one scholarship, no matter how many scholarships they apply. Yes.
Thank you for the addition, Saparat. So I would like to ask about the perhaps later, and I will give the time to Florin again. Florin, yeah. So about the alumni status or the working experience, in this case. So the 1-year work experience, should applicants have this requirement satisfied when they're applying or before they the start of their study in China? So that 1 year of work experience.
Yeah, they should have at least 1 year professional work experience before they apply for the scholarship.
Before they're applying.
Yes,
so
before they're applying. Yes.
In this case, before the deadline, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Florin, please, if you want to ask another question, feel free.
Yes, I have a follow-up question, Miss. Is it possible to register in both the Type A scholarship and Type B scholarship, even though at the end I will only grant one scholarship?
Yes, applicants can apply for both Type A and Type B scholarship, but as I mentioned, for Type A, they can apply for the maximum of 2 scholarships at the same time. And if they would like to apply for the type B at the same time, they can also apply for maybe 3 scholarships under type A and type B, but at the end they will be granted just only 1 scholarship, either under type A or B.
Okay, yes. Thank you, Miss.
Yeah. Are you sure you will apply for 3 scholarships at once?
It also takes a lot of effort and time to prepare the documents. Okay, so Ms. Naparat, I have other questions. The one would be the on the short-term scholarship. So it means that it's applicable to current master students or doctoral students, given that they have, let's say, that 1 year work experience for the scholarship in particular, ACYLS, or can they be part of another institution, for example, but they graduated from ITB in this case. So for the short-term research program. Yeah, on that particular.
Yes. Apparently, for the short-term research, we tend to, not me, the scholarship tend to offer it to the researcher, the academic staff, or the graduate student who have a kind of research as part of their as part of the course to pursue for a kind of research collaboration. But for just one, it's kind of short-term research program for 4 to 5 months that the students have to fly over to the listed universities in China to actually, it's not so clear at this moment that what's the context of the research collaboration, the applicants and the host university in China will work together. But what we have been informed by the China mission to ASEAN, the applicants will take kind of short course on the research methodology and a kind of some lectures, some section on the research sharing between the applicants and the host university in China in the major areas of their maybe of the current research that they are doing, or for the undergrad student, for the graduate students, maybe they have to do the research projects as part of their graduate qualification. So maybe this one is not a kind of joint research, but a kind of more into academic.
Academic, yes. And perhaps one more question from me. It's about the affiliation to the home university. So, for example, we have our staff members, academic staff members who are not really affiliated with ITB in their undergraduate or their masters, for example. So, but they are our staff members. So, can they apply also? Are they eligible?
They can. If they are the current maybe current faculty of ITB, unless regardless of which institution they graduate. If they are the current member of ITB, they can apply for the scholarship through a UN Secretariat.
Okay, lovely. Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm gonna have to probably ask our students. Probably, do you have any question? Anything? So basically, this is also something that I just I've just understood now. We have the students who have or staff will have the opportunity to apply to either the China AUN Scholarship and also the ACYLS, and that would be more or less the same, but the difference is the the work experience that's required for ACYLS, and also the scope or the number of universities they can apply to, and also the timeline, right? For the application is also, it's early for the China AUN scholarship, and for the ACYLS it's a little bit later, and perhaps in the starting in 2022 it's going to be distributed, the information. Any question? So we're excited to try to let our students, alumni know about this opportunity to study in China, and for either research or master's or a doctoral study China through one of these two schemes.
Yeah. As I mentioned that for the China AUN Scholarship, more than half of the applicants come from Indonesia, and over like 60% of grantees also come from Indonesia. They are very, because we have to screen, the AUN secretariat have to screen them, do the preliminary screening of the application form. And we found that the quality of the study plan and research, like research proposal from the applicants from Indonesia is very, like kind of over par compared to applications from others.
Oh, that's good to know. Ms. Navarat, if I may ask probably one more before we go to the next session with Ms. Lenny here. Would it be possible that you share later the distribution, or for example, how many applicants from Indonesia or from which university, let's say, something like that, to for us to get some insight and to see how we have sort of like how we have reached our students or alumni, and so to try to understand the figure,
Sure.
and that would be very, very helpful, but no pressure, Navarat, but it would be very helpful. Thank you very much.
Sure, I can send you the summary of the application of both the China AUN Scholarship and the ACYLS to your email later, like right after the session.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I think that there's probably no more question from our students or alumni. I'm not really sure whether they are all alumni or still students. Thank you very much, Ms. Navarat, for taking the time to be here, providing the information. And it's also, we learned also about the process and the procedures and so on. And hopefully that, with the pandemic, hopefully over, it's going to be something that's easier in terms of mobility, and so we're obviously wanting to make sure that everyone is staying safe as well.
Before the end of my presentation, I would like to inform any students who would like to apply for these two scholarships that we still expect the online learning at least until the first semester of 2022. So students may be do not allow to go to China, at least for the first semester of 2022. But for the latter half, maybe it depends on the policies of each host university in China, because each province may open border sooner or later than other provinces. So it depends. Maybe some of them can travel by the second half of 2022 to China. Yeah, but at least for sure for the first half would be online.
That's very helpful information. Thank you very much, Mr. Parat. Again, on behalf of ITB, I thank you very much for your time and your explanation and everything you've provided. So you may stay, Mr. Parat, but you probably have other things to do. So we are very grateful to have you here. Thank you very much. And
Thank
then,
you very much. Yes,
and
Ms.
perhaps we should
Ansika.
take a picture. Should we take a picture, Miss Nia, or if you don't mind, before we go to Miss Lenny's session?
Okay, for students who can open their video, their camera, you can turn on the camera if you like. Should we wait? Okay, thank you. So, okay, so I'm going to start to take pictures now. You can see to the camera and say cheese, 1, 2, 3, cheese. Okay, that's good. I think that's okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Aparat, again.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, have a good day.
Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. Bye.
So we would like now to welcome Miss Lenny from Technical University of Munich, Asia. Welcome, Miss Lenny. Thank you very much for taking the time to be here. And so it's a lovely event. We are trying to arrange for students to get to know more about the scholarship opportunity to study at Asia in particular. We are still 4 minutes ahead of our scheduled time for the presentation. So perhaps we are still going to be waiting, and we're also live on YouTube, Miss Lenny. And this is also my first time as well to meet you, and you have been in touch with Miss Nia here. Bu Nia.
I think so. We met before, ya, Bu Nia dengan Pak Made.
Oh,
I think so. Yeah. I'm Indonesian, by the way.
Okay.
Nice to meet all of you.
Nice to meet all of you.
Yeah. I visited that campus before. Yeah. It's okay. It's all right. But the other time I was having an email conversation with Chiptani. So she's not here.
Chiptani is here as well.
Chiptani is here. Oh, hi. Hello. Nice to see you finally. Yeah.
Time to
Yeah. I miss Bandung. I was in Bandung like probably 3 weeks ago with my children. I am currently in Indonesia working from home.
Okay.
Yeah. At the end of the year, I will fly back to Singapore because I'm based in Singapore.
I see.
Yeah.
Everything's good, Bu Lenny, with hopefully,
Yeah. Hopefully, and then hopefully the PPKM is still level 3, I hope.
Yeah, so it's not making us sort of like comfortable.
Exactly. Because right now everybody is going everywhere, and then the situation is not that good as yet. I'm still quite worried about it. Yeah. Especially when you are leaving your family here and then you have to go overseas. My family is in Indonesia, but I have to go back to Singapore because that's where my commitment is. Yeah. How's the situation over there in the campus?
On campus, we have activities already a little bit more lively than what we used to have a couple of weeks ago. So we're trying to experiment with the modes of teaching and learning. So we've been doing the hybrid type of classes. And some classes are still online fully, but some classes, because they will need to sort of like do some lab work and so on, and so it's necessary for them to be on campus. But we have had some sort of like not really a formal way of quote unquote celebrating that we are we can be on campus again. Like people taking pictures and so on, but obviously the protocols that's something that we were enforced as well. But we've started also to have meetings on campus, and so everybody's getting comfortable, but hopefully it's
don't get too comfortable.
Don't get comfortable.
Actually Omicron is knocking our door. Hello.
Yes, that's true.
Well, in TUM Asia itself, I think I would say 95% of the class is doing online. Only certain program we have labs, which is integrated circuit design, and the other one is green electronics. So we have labs. So Students have to be in the campus.
Understood.
And currently Singapore is opening up slowly, but of course with the new variant starting to pop in again, we have to control it again. So let's see. Hopefully by next year, January, we can invite again our professors to come to Singapore to teach face-to-face.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're hoping,
Because in TUM Asia, basically, we invite all of our professors from TUM to teach our students face-to-face.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. Something different probably from what we know, whereby we have semester teaching. Probably one semester you have 5 to 6 modules, in general. In TUM Asia, one module you have to complete within 2 weeks. So we call it block teaching model.
Block teaching,
teaching.
It's more prevalent in Germany, in Germany, in Netherlands. They have this block system, and so that's something that's also applicable in TUM Asia. And so it's more focused, right? It's more focused.
It's more focused. The reason why we use the reason why we have block teaching model is because our professors also have their own commitment in Munich. So they can only be in Singapore for 2 weeks. So that's when they very focused on our students, in completing the module. When you complete your 2 weeks of classes, you will have probably 1 to 2 days of rest period, and then you will go through the examination.
So you have 4 blocks generally in teaching. How many blocks do you have in one?
Okay. It's per module. So we block one module for 2 weeks. So if let's say you have one program, approximately 13 to 16 modules. So one module you have to complete within 2 weeks. Once you complete with one module, you move on to the next one, until you complete the full range of 16 modules. So everything is block teaching model.
Okay, I see. So module based,
Module based, So 16 block then.
Okay, so I think that we've already passed 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in Singapore, but you're in Indonesia as well, or in the western part of Indonesia. Welcome, everybody. We are very happy and grateful to have Miss Leni Christina from TUM Asia here, about to present to you the opportunity and scholarship to study at a master's level at TUM Asia, or Technical University. University of Munich, or Technische Universität München, Asia. So without further ado, it's our pleasure, Ms. Leni. The screen is yours.
All right, thank you. Thanks, everybody. Let me share my screen, Okay, is everybody seeing my slide presentation?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, cool. So, thank you once again for the invitation. It is a pleasure also. It is an honor also to be able to share this information with the ITB students and alumni. So my name is Leni Christina. I am currently based in Indonesia, working from home, but usually I'll be based in Singapore. Right. So welcome to this presentation. I will start with introduction of our campus. So Technical University of Munich, TUM, I believe most of you, or not all of you, are familiar with our campus in Munich, Germany, right? It was founded approximately 155 years ago, somewhere around there, okay? So we are located in Munich. It is the city center of Munich. And then Munich itself is the 3rd largest German city. And based on the location and based on the facilities surrounding the campus, we are called a student-friendly area, all right? And then everybody definitely know what is Oktoberfest. So Munich is the home to the annual Oktoberfest, right? So university rankings-wise, I would like to share with you, there are 5 rankings here. The first one, ranked #1 university in Germany. It is based on the QS World University Rankings 2022. So that's the latest one. And then the second and the third one, #1 Technical University in Germany. and also #1 in Germany for electrical engineering. It is actually based on academic ranking of world universities 2021, right? Now the fourth one, #10 university in Europe. It is based on Times Higher Education World University Ranking 2022. The last one, but not least, we are ranked #13 in Global Employability Survey. That was done by also Times Higher Education Emerging. Yeah, so probably you are not that familiar with Global Employability Survey. It is actually a survey done by THE, part of the THE body. They did this kind of survey whereby how fast once the students graduated from the university. So TUM globally, we are ranked #13, right? So facts and figures about our campus, right? So as of October 2021, we have already received 17 Nobel Prizes. And then in total, we have 28% of international professors. And then we have already graduated more than 82,000 alumni. And then as of October 2021, we have more than 48,000 active students. And then 38% of them are international students. So if let's say any one of you admitted into Technical University of Munich Asia campus, you will be part of this 38% of the international students. So we have 6 locations of our campus, 5 located in Germany. We have Munich, Garching, Straubing, Weihenstephan, and then Heilbronn. Now, the one that I am going to highlight is the one in Singapore. That's why we call it TUM Asia Campus, because we are located in Asia. So here we are. It is our humble campus. It is located at SIT at SP building. So this is a campus whereby we share this campus together with one public university in Singapore. It is Singapore Institute of Technology. So the location of this campus is actually at the west part of Singapore. In the future, if let's say the borders is already relaxed, you can come and visit us in Singapore. It is very easy to come to our campus. All right. So what is the purpose of having TUM Asia campus actually? The main purpose is point 1, bringing German academic excellence to Asia. So you don't have to go all the way to Germany to get the German education system. Okay. And then point number 2, TUM Asia is the only TUM Asian campus. In fact, we are the only overseas campus of TUM. Like I have already shared earlier on, we have a total of 6 campuses, 5 campuses located in Germany, and then 1 in Singapore. Now, point number 3, recognized by MOE as an Institute of Higher Learning. So what is MOE? MOE stands for Ministry of Education in Singapore. And what is Institute of Higher Learning? So basically, Institute of Higher Learning means TUM Asia in Singapore is on par with the public university in Singapore. Our status is on par with the public university. So what is the public university in Singapore? We have NUS, we have NTU, we have SMU, SUSS, SUTD, and also SIT, right? And then the next point, best of East and West. I mean, obviously, if you look back to the point number 1, we are bringing German academic excellence to Asia, which means we are tailoring the German academic excellence to the region, to the Asians' relevance, right? The last point, it is a partnership with top Asian universities. Later on, you will see who are our partner based on the program that we are offering, all right? Now, studying in TUM Asia also means you are studying with #1 German university in Asia. That's very obvious. And then number 2, best of both worlds, which means the degrees conferred by TUM means that all of the curriculum, it is belong to TUM, Technical University of Munich. If let's say we have the joint program, that program is belong to the TUM and also our university partner. And then the second one is classes taught by TUM professors. like I mentioned earlier on during our conversation, we fly in our professors to teach all of our students in Singapore face-to-face. However, yes, indeed, during this pandemic period, they are unable to come to Singapore due to the border closure. So during this pandemic period, we are having the online learning, and hopefully by January, we will be able to fly in our professors again, right? And then the next point is industry relevance. Why is it so? Because all of our professors, they are not only teaching the students, but they also actively involved with their project, with their research in the industry. Therefore, they know what is relevant, what is the knowledge needed in the industry currently, right? The next point is the block teaching. I have mentioned briefly earlier on about block teaching. Because of the commitment of our professors in Munich also, we arrange the module deliverance in Singapore through block teaching model, which means you will need to complete one module within a block of 2 weeks, right? Something different, some things sound scary, but actually not so scary. It's just that very intense. But come to think about it, you only need to concentrate on one module within 2 weeks. Once you complete that 2 weeks, you will move on to the next module until you complete the whole set of modules of the program. Okay, now the last one, global opportunities for internship and research. Yes, so as part of the study in the master degree of TUM Asia, there will be a portion whereby you will need to complete internship and also master thesis. So this period of time is the best time for you to explore your opportunities in the overseas, not only limited in Singapore. Yeah, as long as you can find that opportunities, go ahead, complete your internship over there anyway. All right, the globe, the globe is yours as long as you can find the opportunities. All right. Now, here are the TUM Asia Msc programs, which means we delivered all these programs in our Asian campus in English. All right, so you don't have to worry to learn about the German language. Now, the blue one, basically, these two are TUM degree, pure TUM degree. We have two programs, aerospace engineering, and also rail, transport, and logistics. Now, the green one in the center, it is a joint degree between TUM and NTU, Nanyang Technological University. We have two programs with them, green electronics and also integrated circuit design. The last one is a joint degree between us, TUM, and also NUS, National University of Singapore. It is the industrial chemistry. So a total of 5 master degree programs delivered in our Asian campus. So our upcoming intake will be in August 2020, and then we have already opened the application period, and then the deadline to apply to this intake will be next year, 31st of March 2022. All you need to do is go to our website, and then you can see the direction on how to apply. Okay. Now, this is the one that you are waiting for, right? Okay. So in total, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a total of 5 scholarships available in the Asian campus. Let's discuss one by one. All right. The academic distinction scholarship. So basically, this type of scholarship is an automatically assessed. What does that mean? It means when you apply to one of our programs in TUM Asia, we will do the first assessment to the application to the program. And when your application to the program is approved, we will do the second assessment automatically for this scholarship, academic distinction scholarship. That's why we put it here, eligibility must be successfully enrolled in any of TUM Asia Msc programs. You don't have to submit extra documents. You don't have to go through another application. Your set of documents will be assessed 2 times. The first one is to the program. The second one is for these scholarships. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one. ASEAN Scholarships. It's very self-explanatory, which means only eligible to those students coming from ASEAN. And then Indonesia is part of ASEAN country. Yeah. Again, the first eligibility is you have to be successfully enrolled in TUM Asia MSc programs. Yeah, so you need to start your application first into the program of our MSc. Once your application to the program is approved, we, as the admission team, we will invite you to apply for these scholarships. So it is slightly different from the first one. The first one automatically assessed. The second one, ASEAN Scholarship, we will invite you to apply. And then when you apply, you need to submit some documents with us. We will definitely let you know what kind of documents needed, what kind of topic of essay that you need to prepare, right? So here is the summary. Eligibility of ASEAN scholarships. Number 1, nationals of ASEAN member countries. Number 2, must be successfully enrolled in one of TUM Asia's MSc program. Okay, let's move on to the third one. Women in STEM scholarships. Another self-explanatory, which means this scholarship is only eligible for the ladies. Okay. Similarly to the ASEAN scholarships, when you apply, when your application to the program is successful, we will then invite you to apply to these scholarships. Yeah. You also need to prepare for certain documents and then also for the essay to be submitted together with your application to the scholarships. Okay. So here you can see eligibility, female candidates. Number 2, must be successfully enrolled in TUM Asia's MSc programs. Right. The next one will be, right. So this is actually the special scholarships arrangement between TUM Asia and ITB. Okay. So it's only available for ITB students. Right. Eligibility, number 1, ITB students or alumni. Number 2, also is the same. You have to be successfully enrolled in TUM Asia's program. The assessment, when your application to the program is approved, again, we will invite you. Hi, so-and-so, your application has already successful. We will then now to invite you to apply to these TUM Asia scholarships. Right, again, then you need to submit your documents and then also your essays. Okay, so this is special only for ITB. The remaining 3 before open for all nationalities, I would say, except for the ASEAN. Right. So the last one. So these scholarships is basically for the students of TUM Asia, which means when you already admitted into the program, during your study candidature of 2 years, you will be eligible to apply for this type of scholarship. TUM Asia, the AAD scholarships. So out of 4 semesters, you will have 3 chances to apply to these scholarships. Okay. Now, this portion of scholarships is actually assessed by the DAAD team. So it is beyond our control, and then their decision is final. All right. Let's move on. There you go. Assessment assessed during students' candidature of study. Right. So I would like to share with you also the upcoming events. On the 14th of December, we will have virtual coffee chat sessions, which mean you will get to speak to our faculty members and then to understand more about our program. You can just ask any question pertaining to the program, pertaining to the admission criteria, and then living in Singapore, and so on and so forth. All you need to do is go to the link. It's very easy. Go to our website and then go to the upcoming event, and then you can see all the list of the upcoming events. And then you can register. Right? Short and sweet, I think. So that's the end of my presentation. If let's say you have questions, you can raise your hand, you can unmute, you can speak in English, you can speak in Bahasa. Saya bisa bahasa Indonesia, 100% Indonesian, so you don't have to worry. And then you also can type in your chat box. I will answer accordingly. Right? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Lenny, for the presentation. It's very concise, I would say, that all the information is there. And thank you very much. It's very useful for us. And any question from the students?
Ya, jangan malu-malu. Tinggal type aja atau unmute yourself.
While waiting, perhaps for the questions from the students, I have a question about the AAD scholarship, Buleni. So so let's say the students already received the that 50% tuition waiver through that track, and so
this one, right? You're talking about this one, right?
Yes, that one. And then and you mentioned that once they are enrolled as TUM Asia students, they also have a chance to apply for the scholarship up to 3 times. And so, are they eligible? So the students that have received that scholarship before, are they eligible to apply to this one as well?
Yeah, they are eligible to apply.
Okay, that's very good news. That's very good news.
Yeah,
so that's something that to keep in mind.
Of course, because basically the TUM Asia scholarships, this one, it is so-called owned by TUM Asia. However, TUM Asia DAAD, it is basically belong to the DAAD. This is the program of German Academic Exchange Service, or in short form, DAAD. So this is their commitment to the students of German academic institution. This is their commitment. Yeah. Yeah.
Lovely. So that's very good information.
Yeah,
and also the I understand that we understand that the students that before they apply to the scholarship, we will need to nominate the students first. If I'm mistaken, ITB will need to nominate the students first. Or how would you like to for the procedure?
Yeah. Now, that was the initial how to put it, the initial plan. But after we had an internal meeting, and then we agreed that we need to simplify the plan. We need to simplify the process. Therefore, to make it easy for everybody, number 1, you are an ITB student. Number 2, you just need to enroll into our TUM Asia Msc program, and then we will monitor. So ITB does not have to worry on listing out the students. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah, it is purely the responsibility of the students to apply, and then I will monitor, because I am in charge of Indonesia and other country. I will in charge of Indonesia, and then I will monitor which are the students from Indonesia coming from ITB. When that particular students successfully enrolled into the program, I will then personally invite the students to apply to these TUM Asia scholarships.
Okay, that's very good to know.
Very simple.
It's very simple. Yes.
Yeah.
And we will probably just ask you about the number of applications from ITB, and also perhaps if there's anyone that's accepted or not, something like that. So to make sure that to understand the sort of like the interest from our students, and so that's lovely. Thank you for the information, Lenny.
Oh, not a problem. Yeah, we have I think probably 2 to 3 years ago, a student coming from ITB. That particular student enrolled into aerospace engineering.
Okay.
Aerospace engineering, but I believe he has already been graduated, and then we lost contact.
Okay.
Yeah, and then from what I understand, probably 1 year we receive 1 or 2 students coming from ITB. Yeah. So yeah, maybe who knows, with these scholarships, we can see more ITB students applying to our program. I mean, after all, we are so much nearer than the TUM main campus.
Yes. And also about the quota.
No, there is no quota. So basically, there is no quota. Like I mentioned, initial plan, we had a quota. But after a while, we need to simplify the plan. We need to simplify the process. That's why we make it as simple as this. You are a student of ITB. Go ahead, start your application. I will monitor. If your application is approved, I will invite you to apply to these scholarships. So there is no quota, there is no listing of nominated students either. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And perhaps it would be helpful also, Sunny, about the tuition, that's the rate,
Tuition fee.
Tuition fee, and then what is this 50%, for example?
Oh, I don't have it here. Just give me a while.
It's probably it can differ from program to program, right? If I'm mistaken. Yeah.
Yep. Now, let's go ahead into the graduate. I give you one sample. If we are talking about graduate program, let's go to the aerospace engineering, the first one. You are seeing my website, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so this is the website. If you go into MSc and aerospace engineering, you go to the tuition fee. Now, a total of tuition fee will be 38,520 Singapore dollars, which will be split into 4 payments. Now, if let's say you are awarded with the 50% of the scholarships, then it will be minus off after you pay the registration fee. So registration fee you have to pay in full, 3,200, and then the remaining of the fee will, sorry, the total will be minus 50%, okay, and then the remaining it will be split into 4 payments. Did you get it? I'm so sorry, I make you confused. Yeah, no.
So the 50% will be deducted from the total, right?
Yes, from the total, and then
the number, the registration fee will be full, but the 50% will be applicable to the installments.
Correct.
Is it correct? Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah. It's very clear. It will be clearly stated in your offer letter. Yeah.
Yes, it's something that you know, that's already half, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But of course, it's not all will receive 50% because, like I have already stated in the presentation, it is up to 50%. Yeah. So some student maybe get lesser than 50%. Some student probably will get full 50%. It depends on your background, your application. Yes. Yes, of course. Yeah. Anything else? Anything else that you want?
Okay, that's good to know.
Another one, since we are in the website, the upcoming event is here. Yeah, so all you need to do is go to this folder, and then there you go. You can see all the list of the upcoming event. This is the one that I mentioned, coffee chat, all about MSc programs. So you go in, you register yourself on the 14th of December. You will probably before 14th of December, definitely, you will receive a link into this platform. We call it wonder.me. So it is not Zoom, it is something new. The faculty will be manning one bubble. So each bubble will be for each program. When you are interested in program A, you just need to go to the bubble A. Otherwise, you can go to bubble B, bubble C, bubble D, and then you can just hop on and hop off as and when you like it. Definitely, every bubble will have somebody manning the bubble. Myself, I will be manning the technician bubble. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's useful information. So that's something we're going to be sharing this recording as well, Uleni.
Okay.
And so for students to watch, and so for some reason this week is rather tricky because some have started their exam, but some will start next weekend, so it's a little bit tricky. So that's something that we will evaluate as well. But for example, one of the events that we had, so after it's it was uploaded, and a lot of students watched the information. So hopefully that this is something that students can also take a look in their free time as well.
Yeah,
it's very, very
definitely. And since we are in the website also, I want to bring your attention to this one. Okay, so basically this is a Facebook account meant by our campus. No, the one that I want to show you is this one. I'm just sorry. I have a special dedicated Facebook account only to address queries from our students. So yeah, as and when any students who have difficulties in, I don't know, completing the application, completing the required documents, you can just add me, Lenny Christina. You can see the TUM Asia logo, and then we can chat. Because sometimes through email, yes, definitely I will still reply, but it will be faster if, let's say, you communicate to me through the messenger. Yeah, I will be manning this account office hour from 9 o'clock in the morning until 6 p.m. in the evening, Singapore time. Yeah. So as and when, even for you also, Pak Andika, if let's say you have some queries, you can just buzz me here.
lovely.
And yeah, I can just chat with you in the messenger. Yeah.
That's lovely. That's very useful information, Lenny.
Yeah.
Any question from
students or from the alumni?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't be shy. Oh, I've just typed the link in the chat box. Yeah, you can just go into the link and then you can just add me. But don't expect any posting or any interesting article, because I will not do that. I will just mainly sharing the posting from our main account and then manning this messenger Facebook account. Okay?
Yeah.
So if let's say you want to see more of the details of our TUM Asia, you either go to our website or you go to our main account of TUM Asia in the Facebook.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay,
Seems
is there
like
any
no question.
so it's is there any question? It's good to know that the application process is sort of like it's more
it's more simple.
More simple, yeah.
Yeah, it's more simple. Initially, we request, you know, the reason why we request that we plan in the initial plan is because the university definitely know better their students. You know, rather than we filter the wrong students, might as well the university do the first filtration. That was our first intention. But after a while, we think it through. This is a bit tricky and then a bit too troublesome, I guess, for the university. We are offering a support, but then we create another extra work for the university. We don't want to do that. So we simplify the process. You go ahead and apply. I will monitor.
Thank you. From our side, it's actually more flexible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, after all, the students of master degree program, they are an adult, so they know what to do. You know, they are responsible for their life. We cannot spoon feed them all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe Bu Nia or Bu Ciptani.
Anything to add on?
Any question?
Kalau nggak ada ya nggak apa-apa.
We can still touch, yeah.
You have another session after this?
At 3 o'clock. So we have.
Okay. Actually, what kind of event are you running today?
So today it's on the scholarship opportunity for our students and to different places and different universities. So the one in China, for example, and then with you, and then we have also Miss Irina from IU University after this, and then we will have a one scholarship program from our network in European and Southeast Asian countries. Yeah. So it's to give students the overview of the opportunities that they can look for, and to allow for that sort of like exploration of what's possible for them, and motivate students to basically take the opportunity. So hopefully this is something that's going to be useful for the students
of course, definitely.
staff as well. If
How often you organize this kind of event?
So I joined the office actually as last year.
Right.
So I'm still quite recent, quite new.
Okay.
And but since the pandemic, we had not really had information session, because we didn't really we also try to learn how to navigate the whole thing. And then, but this is the online platform is something that we've gotten used to. And so we thought that with the programs, all kinds of programs were organizing, and one of the things that that we think will be very, very helpful is to give the platform for students to understand about scholarship opportunities, as well as collecting information, especially those that are our partners, and then we would like to really promote the our partnership.
What about the so-called open lecture session? Do you have that kind of program?
We do, but it's more it's organized or arranged directly by the faculty. If they have, for example, in their classes, but it's not really necessarily integrated into the at the university level, but we do have international virtual courses, for example, and perhaps it's something that we can also send you the information about Wuleni, and we've been running international virtual courses as well across all the faculties, and it's usually for free.
Right.
And we don't know whether next year it's going to be it's going to be physical or on site, or still virtual. We don't know yet, but we've been doing it for we've been doing it twice since the pandemic. But before that, we had the summer schools already, so we will probably send you the information.
Sure, definitely. Because the reason why I asked this is because I have been organizing open lecture by our faculty member in our university partner. So so it's like I'm inviting Professor A to give an open lecture in ITB. It can be anything, because it depends on the expertise that is available currently. Because since now we are in the midst of pandemic, everybody is doing online, so their timing is rather flexible. I mean, I can just inform him as long as he's available. Oh yeah, I would love to see our students, and so on and so forth. That's when I can contact our university partner. Hey, look, I have this Professor A would like to share about his expertise to your students. Everybody can just join, and then can enjoy the knowledge.
Let us know if you think that there's any event that you will need our students or faculty, for example, to join, let's say. And we're also thinking about something similar, so but that's having certain kinds of webinars for our partners, especially.
Correct. Since you're talking about the summer school, I have this TUM Asia virtual winter school. So we are planning for this to happen in February.
In February,
I mean, since we are still waiting for the students to ask questions, let me show you something. Okay, so basically this is the plan. It's going to happen between 7th of February until 11th of February. So the topic will be about rail, transport, and logistics.
Yes, this will be very fitting for the faculty of mechanical and aerospace engineering,
and civil engineering also.
Engineering is also
because we are talking about logistics, we are talking about railway engineering, and then also transportation.
Industrial technology, FTE, also it's
since I mean, if you see here the blue star, stay tuned for more details. once I have the total details, then I will send the invitation to ITB. So for now, it's just a teaser for you to have a look.
Yes, please let us know, Lenny, when it's ready. And Chitani here is in charge in particular for distributing that the information and then collecting the students' interest. If it's a correct application, that's also possible, and we probably will need to know how many students apply and got accepted, something like that.
So if you can see, these are the range of the list of professors who's going to give the lecture during the virtual winter session. Yeah, that's a teaser. That's a teaser for you.
Yeah. So this is useful information in our extra.
yeah. Of course. I mean, I'm happy to share. I'm happy to share, especially to ITB. You guys are very bright students. And in fact, for the aerospace engineering department, we have one faculty member who is very active, teaching into to Munich, to Asia, and then also giving some lectures also in ITB. I'm not too sure whether you are familiar with the aerospace engineering department. If you are familiar, you definitely know that person. Who am I talking about?
Yeah. We may know because one of our so my predecessor was also now is the dean of the Faculty of Aerospace and Mechanical Engineering, and so I think that some programs are in the past were also related to aerospace engineering as well, and so some of the professors from the faculty probably have been involved, and so I may know, we may know, and even
yeah. So this professors he is very active and he's very busy, and yet he's very passionate about aerospace. He's very passionate about that. Anyway, yeah.
So for the students, if you still have any questions, I think you have plenty of channels to ask Ms. Lenny from through the Facebook page, and that's easy. That's the easiest probably. Lenny.
Facebook
you can ask the through email as well, and so feel free to ask, and or you can also send an email to us at iro@itb.ac.id, and then if there's something but about the program in particular, I think probably it's better if you direct the question directly. Yeah, Buleni.
Yeah, boleh. Let me type my email address here so it's easier for you to copy and paste.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's my email address. You can just send me an email, chat me through the Facebook Messenger. Definitely, I will answer your queries. Okay, so we also have LinkedIn account. You can join our LinkedIn account, and then you can see our posting on interesting article, upcoming event, or fun fact. Sometimes we do have that. And then if let's say you have already joined the mailing list, probably 2 to 3 months, we will have the newsletter sent out. So you will know about the activities of TUM, any development, research, anything in particular about TUM Asia. Yeah. So we love to share a lot of things with our students. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, wait up. Nothing in the chat box. Okay, let me stop share this one. Let's go back to the website. There is another one also that I probably would like to highlight to you guys. Other than academic program, we have the executive education program also. So for the professionals, if let's say you want to upgrade yourself, you may want to take a look at these programs. It is a short courses delivered by us together with our partner, Festo. We call it CBTI. Yeah, CBTI. Yeah, you can just go and play around with this website. So basically the executive education, we have a couple of topics. Industry 4.0, railway engineering, business management, and so on and so forth. Just click one of them, probably it might interest you. Specialist diploma, let me click one, so at least you have an idea of what kind of education we are offering. Please stop me if let's say I talk too much.
It's
there you go.
beautiful.
Yeah, specialist diploma in advanced digital manufacturing. So basically we are preparing the professionals for facing the industry 4.0. Yeah. For the local Singaporean, they have a subsidy from the government to attend these courses, but obviously for the international students or international professionals, you have to come out the tuition fee on your own, because there is no subsidy by the government unless you have a subsidy from your company. Sponsor, I would say, no subsidy. Okay. You can take a look at the program structure. Oops. Certification. Okay, certification is rather tricky for Indonesia, I would say, because if let's say you want to how to put it, certify according to the dictee, that is a bit tricky. That is a bit tricky. I'm not too sure what is the process like. If let's say you want to, you know, disetarakan, apa ya disetarakan?
Equivalent.
Yeah, I would say that yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kalau mau disetarakan dengan dikti, I'm not too sure how the process will be. Yeah, because this is not locally curated program in Indonesia.
Yeah.
So this is a program curated in Singapore.
It's more like something extra, yeah. We really need something extra that you can earn.
Certification and knowledge, and then hands-on knowledge, you know, in handling the equipment. Study schedules. So we have a couple of schedules: January, February, March, July, August, September. Oops.
Okay.
I think I have done sharing. Otherwise, the student will be sleeping.
Thank you very much, Ms. Leni. So again, for students, if you have questions, yeah, feel free to ask. And let us know also if there's anything that you would like to ask International Relations Office, as well. So perhaps Bu Leni, I don't want to hold you any longer.
Not an issue. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you very much. We really appreciate your being with us this afternoon, and we take a picture again.
Oh yeah, sure, definitely. I'd love to take a picture.
If you don't mind, and our students also don't mind, if you would like to be part of the picture.
Yeah, for students, if you don't mind to open your turn on your camera.
Yeah, show your pretty face and your handsome faces.
Yeah, one student from Chitani. Then other students, you want to join?
There
you go.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah. Okay, let's take pictures together. Wait a minute. Okay, 1, 2, 3, cheese. Okay, let's see.
Yeah,
that's good.
Okay, thank you everybody.
Have a good one and stay safe.
Terima kasih, sampai nanti. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Leni. And we have Ms. Irina. Hi, Irina.
Hello. Can you hear?
Yes.
Can you hear me and see me?
Yes, perfectly.
Great.
Thank you for being with us. We still have about 10 more minutes before your session. We're still waiting.
Sure, that's fine.
Sorry.
That's fine. Thank you for having me. And yeah, I'll connect a few minutes before 10. Yeah?
Okay.
Before 9 here.
Yeah. So we'll probably take a break, until 3 o'clock, and we'll be back while still waiting for some of the students. And perhaps I'm also gonna give you a little bit of the background. I think some students will be watching via our YouTube channel as well. And
yes.
so and then this will be something that we will share also with the students and alumni as well, the information session. So
sure, that sounds great.
Thank you very much. So we'll see you in a bit.
Thank you, and see you soon.